directing you, dude. What's your name and what do you do?
Hi, my name is Lily.
We don't care. We don't care.
So, have you ever thought about how cities affect nature?
Or how green spaces actually cool things down?
So that's exactly what our article explores: urban gardening and the heat island effect.
Let us break it down for you.
How effective are urban gardening strategies in reducing land surface temperatures in densely populated cities? Densely populated cities experience significant urban heat island effects due to increased built-up areas and reduced green spaces. While public green spaces are sparse in urban areas, private urban gardening offers a solution to mitigate the urban heat island effect in residential and community spaces. Urban gardening significantly reduces land surface temperatures in densely populated cities by increasing vegetation cover and promoting evapotranspiration, making it an effective strategy for urban heat island effect mitigation.
Urban gardening presents a practical and scalable solution for mitigating the urban heat island effect in densely populated cities. Urban gardening is an urban greening strategy with multi-purpose to reshape cities into being more resilient and sustainable by utilizing citizens' private spaces. These gardens would be at the convenience of their owners, meet the wishes and needs of their owners, as well as include an activity of agriculture. In addition for providing comfort, these gardens would also motivate people to develop a relationship with nature as well as support the quality of human settlements. The type of gardens that you could implement on the urban scale would be home gardens for personal satisfaction, community gardens for local food growth as well as meeting areas, front yards as a decorative space and to activate streetscapes, rain gardens for collecting excess runoff, watered rooftops and vertical gardens for cooling buildings and saving energy. The benefits of urban gardening helps in creating thermal comfort, reducing flood risk as well as water runoff and energy conservation. Plans such as developing neighborhood or community gardens at a large scale as well as creating training workshops for home gardening are plans that could be implemented to push the strategy. Urban gardens' importance is seen in the case study of Jakarta and the median city. Both are densely populated cities, but Jakarta recorded higher land surface temperatures than the median city as it had less green spaces and bodies of water. Jakarta's heat island is prevalent as cooling surface of existing green spaces aren't evenly distributed across the city.
Urban gardening. The practice of cultivating plants in urban environments, including rooftops, walls, and public spaces to help cool down cities by increasing green spaces and utilizing the cooling effects of vegetation. There are different types of urban gardens, such as community or neighborhood gardens, home gardens, front yard gardens, rain gardens, and rooftop gardens. Urban gardening not only aims to grow edible plants but also flowers and aesthetic or local plants in private areas. Urban agriculture is one of the solutions for decreasing the urban heat island effect on an urban ecosystem, particularly in big cities where there isn't enough land to be converted into public green spaces like urban forests and parks. For urban heat island mitigation, private urban gardens such as vertical and rooftop gardens can reduce the heat island effect by cooling buildings and saving energy consumption. Additional solutions are trees and vegetation, which lower the surface and air temperatures by providing shade and cooling through evapotranspiration, a process where trees and vegetation absorb water through their roots and evaporated through their leaves. They also absorb and transfer less heat from the sun to the building.
So basically, to sum everything up, the more cities we make, the hotter the spaces get. And the only solution we have is urban gardening solutions to prevent the urban heat island effect. But the simple fix is just roof gardens, vertical gardens, community spaces. That way we can cool things down. But the real challenge is space. If we get creative and work together and work with the community as well as the municipality, we can actually create cooler spaces that aren't just concrete jungles, but comfortable and breathable for everyone else. Okay, so what have you guys learned from this whole thing? You want to start?
So I've learned that urban gardening is not only for aesthetic looks, it also serves the purpose of cooling urban cities.
Okay, cool. Okay, I learned that so the policies and the community efforts are key to making these urban gardens work.
I found it interesting that urban gardening also helps with flooding and water conservation.
What stood out for me was that small private spaces can make a big impact in the city. For example, the Neighbor Roots Garden in Sandton, it's located on the rooftop of the Morningside Shopping Center. And it is like a private garden that supplies local outlets and restaurants with fruits and vegetables. So I think that's really cool.
All right.